Greetings, Red Raw Love, yours truly, Red 8, for those of you guys who don't know me. Welcome. Let's talk, y'all. Let's talk. I want to talk about fear and how fear is just an illusion. Really. It is really an illusion. It is something that was created to confuse you from what a natural instinct is, right? A reaction to something that makes you feel endangered, or really, my definition of fear is something unknown. You only fear something you don't know. You know, if you know what it's like to get slapped in the face, you're not gonna necessarily fear to get slapped in the face. You might be cautious, you know what I'm saying? But as far as fearing it, you know what it feels like, you know, you've seen it, it's been done. So, you know, you just want to avoid it ever happening. As far as fearing it goes, that's a whole nother thing. When we talk about fear, we're talking about control. When we start talking about control, we're talking about a whole new world of things, right? So why I'm telling you fear is just an illusion, it's something that they've discovered sits in the amygdala, in this portion of the brain, right? That's where your fear station is. That's what happened. That's where things start. What's up, homie? That's where things start. Hold up. So, sorry about that. But you know, that's where things start conjuring up. You know what I'm saying? And to be aware of what's taking place is one thing, but to understand that there's, you know, there's very many things working against your fear station. Working towards impacting your fear station in such a way that they control you, or you allow that very existence to control or manipulate your life and decision making, right? Because first, you know, when we go through things that we feel uneased about, we have sudden, sharp pains that set in, and we instinctively react off of those pains, and we just, you know, we allow those things to take control of our actions. You know what I'm saying? And instead of rationalizing between, or, you know, taking out some time to focus on what's actually taking place. So, fear. I want to speak so much about this right now because a thought, right? A thought process based upon fear is very dangerous. Why do I say that? Well, because your thoughts carry a vibration, and those vibrations being sent out into the world, or even being conjured up in the void in your mind, have a way of manifesting themselves into reality. What do I mean? Well, you are a creator, whether you want to believe that or not. You have the ability to create and shape the world that you live in. So if you're having repetitive, constant thoughts about something, right, there will come a time where, depending on where you were at that point in time and what you recorded within your celestial, I don't want to go too far over y'all head, but what you guys have recorded within yourself to remember at that particular frequency range, you might end up conjuring up that manifestation or bringing that reality into existence unwillingly, simply off having it, having it conjure in your mind too long as a thought. It became, you gave it an existence. You understand what I'm saying? And depending on certain circumstances, outwardly of course, could lead to that outcome. So I've literally have had to deprogram my whole thought process, the way I think about things, because like I said, I've actually watched all my fears come to life. One way, shape, or form. I've watched them all come to life. It's been one scary ass journey. And I've watched the things that I've willingly wanted to manifest into life or into existence come to life. And then when those things got there, the very things that I didn't think about as far as, the fears of, what happens after this. All those things set in. And if we don't take into account how powerful fear is, we really gonna find ourselves in a position of non-existence. You're gonna find yourself in a loop, going right back to the same place you were, trying to figure it out, trying to relearn it, trying to rediscover it. Y'all don't understand, we still don't even have access to the Akashic records. You understand? We are in a forgetful state, a forgetful stage of life, trying to remember. Nothing is new under the sun, right? So there's that not only has there been something internally that's happened to us that's caused us to be, that's caused our processing and our ability to understand reality for what it is, but we also have ourselves. What up, what up, what up? We also have ourselves in the fact that, I don't know why everybody's showing me so much love today, but we also have ourselves and many other things just working against our manifestations. The lack of ignorance, the fact that we just don't understand or don't know what's going on, right? So once again, if you don't understand the powers of manifestation, the powers of thought, the power of, you're gonna have a really hard time trying to create that reality that you see for yourself. The one that you've always worked for, the one that you have in the back of your mind, you hold in the back of your mind, and you see every other day or every day, and you have the conscious effort or conscious will in your heart to want to bring that to life. You're not gonna see that come to life if you're not understanding that fear. If you don't get it, if you don't realize how, oh my gosh, how powerful fear is. Because, okay, so say you manifest, that car, right? You manifest that car, and that car is like, I might be going a little off, so let me not go there. But yeah, yo, I just really want y'all to understand, if you focus on something too long, especially negative things, negative thoughts, negative frequencies, those things come to life, man. They shouldn't be a thought in your mind, first off. This is the whole reason you have scary movies. You know what I'm saying? This is the whole reason you have people out here trying to scare you, because they want to take control over you. Fear is something. I used to use it to control dogs. Just to keep it 1,000. I used to own pets, and I'll never own a pet again unless the pet could roam free and just do whatever he wants to on a huge amount of land which is not fenced in. He could come back or go. But anyways, I used to use fear to control dogs. For real, for real. At the ultimate level. You know what I'm saying? And I know how controlling fear can be. You feel me? Or how you can use that as a form of control to its ultimate. Like literally. I've used it against people. You know what I'm saying? I've been there and I've done that. So I understand how powerful it could be used if you understand how it works. But to not realize that it works against you as well is where you fuck up. Because it happens in thought form. It happens in thought form. When you're just sitting there thinking about something and you don't think, or you think, oh, it's harmless to just be thinking about this shit. Saudi, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. It's just as real as it is in your mind as it is in the physical world. For those of you who think the physical world is so real, this is just a humanly body experience that the spirit or the soul is having. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't going to sleep when you go to sleep. Get out of here. What is sleep? Y'all gotta reprogram. What is sleep, man? You're simply leaving your body. Like that's it. Coming back. Leaving your body, coming back. You just might not be aware of where you're going. It's not a scary thing. How many of y'all dreaming? And if you're dreaming, how many of y'all going to a fearful place, fearful state, getting scared, and then thinking that that ain't gonna have some negative adverse effects in your reality or in your physical world when you start trying to manifest some things that you want in reality? Why don't we take the messages that we get from the spiritual world and use those messages as warnings, as signs to reshape our reality here in the real world? I think maybe it's because the television tells you that it's just a dream. It's just a nightmare. You see it on TV and stuff, and you just like, oh, it's just, yeah, it's fake. This is where we mess up, man. Like, I literally watched all my fears come to life because I let them ponder here way too long. And of course, they didn't come out exactly the way I seen them, but they came. Every last one of them. Example, why would you talk about not being successful? Why would you even have a thought like that? Why would you even worry or wonder like that? Right? Another example, let's say you're trying to do a backflip, something you've never done before. It's already, the fear's there. It's unknown. You've never done this before. You don't know what it feels like to go around and do the aerial, like what it feels to rotate your body in the air. So naturally that fear is going to sink the fuck in. So in order to get over that fear, you have to get over the unknown. So you might just have to experiment and go just do it and find out that it's not that bad. Once you find out it's not that bad, your experience will then guide you on what you do next. You following me? You following me? And before you know it, what you were imagining became reality. But you keep imagining yourself falling in on your head, hurting yourself, this, that, and the third, and that's the results you're gonna get. That's the results you're gonna get. And then you're gonna be like, fuck, I'm not doing this no more. I'm done doing this. Like, you're gonna give up, and that's gonna be your reality. That's gonna be your life. All of that stuff gets stored. That information is stored and monitored. Excuse me. It's stored and copied into your DNA. All these things that you do, man. Everything you're afraid of, everything. You pass this, you pass these sick ass tricks down to your children, man. Some of your kids, some of y'all got kids running straight into the wall and shit. Ah, pow. And you think you just not like, you're not waking up to the fact that maybe I need to stop feeding my kids candy. Like maybe I need to, come on, y'all. Anyways, I hope this video helps somebody out for real, because this is a real real serious video that people need to, you know, understand if you don't already. And I'm pretty sure we gotta, we hear it. But once again, sometimes we need to hear it again. Red Rock love, peace, love to everybody who done came in or who gonna come in. I hope your day goes as beautiful as mine is. Look at today, man. It's amazing out here today. For real. But yeah, y'all. All y'all need to do is focus on taking fear out of your heart, fear out of your mind. It's just an illusion. It's a natural thing. It's natural, especially if you've never done it. If you haven't experienced it enough, this is natural. This is a natural process of life. Don't look at it as fear, because fear is connected to so many other things like control, manipulation, and so much other things. So don't look at it at that way. Look at it as the process of learning. So you seen yourself falling on your head. Now see yourself not falling your head, and repetitively see yourself landing on your feet. See yourself, watch the technique over and over again. See what has to be done in order for you to create that same thing that you were trying to bring into existence. As far as completing a flip, we're using that as an example right now. Repetition. Until you see it enough in your mind to say, okay, I know how it's done. You jump in the air, you tuck your legs into your stomach, you grab hold of your knees, and your body naturally will rotate in the sky based off the momentum that you send backwards, and you will then catch yourself before you hit the ground. If you could process all of that, because unfortunately that's what we are now. But we have to sit back and process things like computers, because once again, we're trying to remember who we are. So most of us had to go from animal states, beastly states, to human states, to computer robot states, to, you feel me? And so forth and so forth to get up out of what we under, man. Some of us just naturally have, the knack for just being able to adapt to shit just like that. I'm one of those people. But I can't speak for y'all. Anyways, peace, love, and I appreciate all y'all energy. Everybody's tuning in. So like, comment, subscribe, share this video with as many people as you can. I say.